Hello Mechwarriors, how is it going? Welcome to your daily dose of Mechwarrior Online. Today I'm playing the Rifleman. I'm playing the Rifleman 3C because I'm getting asked a lot if there's a seeable alternative for the Arrow. The Arrow, of course, the 45-ton Blackjack hero with 6 machine guns and some energy weapons in the torso, and I think the Rifleman 3C comes very close here. A very quick side note before we begin, this is a build of the week style video, because I just wanted to play some test games with the build and it turned out that those test games were amazing, and therefore I'm doing the voice commentary afterwards. So yeah, let's get into that, and yeah, we'll talk about that later. So, the Rifleman 3C, it has 4 ballistic hardpoints in the arms. It is not 6 like in the Arrow, but I think 4 machine guns are still very decent. And the Rifleman, of course, is a 60-ton mech compared to the 45-ton Blackjack, and that enables us to take 3 large pulse lasers. So 3 is very good. We've got them dealing 33 damage, kind of pinpoint, and I added up a medium laser because I had the slot and the tons for it, and also the heat management, so there is no downside of not taking it, and therefore I take the 5 damage that come with that. I really like that. So don't get mistaken here, the firepower says 57, but that's only because the machine guns are calculated into that. The overall firepower with your torso mounted weapon is 38. It's not that much, but it's still decent. And I show you how to play this mech in the games. Some of you asked how to be insignificant. I constantly say be insignificant, stay in second line and such, and take a closer look of how I am positioning myself behind the teammates and cover here. And what's really helping with that is that, you go away, is that acceleration quirk. That is really valuable. So getting that burst of speed, getting a very nice acceleration and deceleration, it really helps getting behind those teammates and behind cover, and then getting out again when I think the time is right to be aggressive. So I'm constantly pushing in and out here. The rest of the quirks are not that amazing, especially for our loadout here. We've got energy heat minus 5%, medium laser heat generation 5%. It's not that significant. But again, we are playing like an Arrow here and not like the Rifleman. The engine is XL280. It brings the mech to 81.3 kph with speed tweak. It is decent, it's not too much, but it is just enough. And we've got, of course, some heatsink here. Very important, I only have 1/2 ton of machine gun ammo, and that's because I just want to shoot a machine gun when I'm sure that the component that I'm targeting is open and has no armor on it. So I'm not firing the machine gun when there's still armor on the component. And when you play it that way, you can go down to 1/2 ton. If you're feeling uncomfortable with that, then just remove 1 heatsink and get yourself another ton of ammo. But again, I think 1/2 ton of ammo is just enough if you play smart with your machine guns. The modules are Advanced Seismic Sensor and Radar Deprivation, a nice combination I'm using a lot. If you don't have those, just don't take them. I think very valuable is Target Info Gathering here, just because, again, you want to target weak spots with machine guns. That is that. And I've got the Large Pulse Laser cooldown and range modules here because I have 3 of them, and those are the main weapons. I don't bother with the medium laser for modules here. The consumables are an improved airstrike because I want the enemy to draw the enemy out of cover or drive them into cover. And I have a cool shot 9x9 to keep the mech cool and keep it running while I am shooting. And that is the build. I wish you all a lot of fun in the 2 games that are coming. They are amazing in terms of damage. And now it's time to hit the battlefield. Alright, first game of the day, we are playing Grimflexes and we are playing Assault. And what we are doing here is we are playing very aggressively into the enemy base. We know that there are some guys sitting that are providing long-range fire support, and we really wanted to get close very fast. Best case scenario would be if there were only 3 or 4 mechs that we could easily overwhelm, and the worst scenario would be, of course, that there was the whole enemy team. And therefore we are just getting into that forward position here. We are taking it a bit slow and we are waiting for the big ones to arrive. So we saw that there is a linebacker, and yeah, I just went in because I didn't expect too much return fire, and I should be right. So the linebacker was driven out of this position, he was driven back to cover, and at that point he probably alarmed his team so that they stopped their push and turned around so that they could defend their base. And as you can see, our assault mechs are still in Foxtrot 7 there, and we need to take it super slow. So we're just taking some snapshots. Everything that peaks at this point point will get shot by 3 or 4 mechs from our side. So we are taking just the advantage of having the high ground, and we can easily destroy their armor while we wait for the team to arrive. At this point here, we started a little push. Hades called out that the linebacker needs to die, and therefore I am bringing my Rifleman to the front line. And what I really like about Rifleman is its mobility. It has a very nice acceleration, and the overall speed is very decent in general. Problem was that Victor, of course, I didn't want to fight an assault mech alone, but I see that I have a Hellbringer on the left side that is backing me up. So switching to the right side because the left is going to be a bit hot, and that Shadowcat should be open by now, and therefore I'm adding my machine guns to the deal, and down he goes. That was our first victim of the game. And what my Hellbringer and I am doing here is a nice armor sharing cascade. Whenever he gets out, I'm getting in, and vice versa. That not only gives us some time to cool our mech down, but also the enemy needs to target the mech that is coming in again, and therefore it is a bit tough to hit the weak spots. Anyway, we've got the Hellbringer on our own here, and I see that his torso is so damaged just by the texture of his side torso, and therefore I was just adding my machine guns as well. And again, you don't have that much ammunition, just don't shoot the machine guns when the enemy is not open in the components. I saw that the Victor is very damaged, and I really wanted to bring him down, so therefore I went for his center torso, and again, the machine guns are just sealing the deal. They are very strong weapons when it comes to mechs that have no armor on the components. Don't ever underestimate machine guns. The worst thing that could happen is that they are just stripping your equipment, and the best thing that could happen is that you just bring the mech down completely. Anyway, the Even Jaguar, a very quick glimpse on the damage grid as well, is damaged to the core, and therefore I'm overextending a bit here, because I see that we have 8 kills on our side and 5 kills on their side at the moment. It will turn around in a second, but yeah, we bring the Even Jaguar down, and I'm just going after the assassin. As I see that there's a Marauder that is fresh, I am absolutely going over to him, because I want to help out my buddy, and I want to get behind him. So I want to use the battlefield confusion that is on at the moment, and I want to bring it to my advantage, or bring myself behind him, so that I can take him out very fast. Good thing is that he shut down here, and again, just some pulses into his back, and the machine guns on top of that, and he had no chance surviving that. The assassin has obviously a standard engine, which I did not expect. I went for a side torso, and it fell off like it was nothing, but now it's time to just shoot him down in the center torso. So it is 11 and 8 here. It was a bit close meanwhile, where it was 9 and 8, but we managed to actually get most of the kills here. So Hades is calling out on another mech that is still alive, and he saw him around Gulf 7 or Gulf 6 there. And it is a Nightjar, which is also pretty fresh. One of the benefits being a sniper, you come in late and still have armor. But we are just going in with 2 mechs now, and I'm just stepping behind that pillar so that he needs to take Hades as the priority target. In this condition, my Rifleman is not that good at brawling, but eventually we bring him down as well and win the game. That was a very nice game, so I tried to be insignificant to the enemy so that I can take my time to aim and shoot the enemy in their open components, and the result is 994 damage, 5 kills, 3 kills damage dealt, 3 solo kills, and 9 components destroyed. That was a very good first round here, so let's go over to the next one and see how this will go down. Alright, second round, we are playing Crimson Straight and we are playing Skirmish here. And what we are doing now is we are pushing very aggressively because we want to bring the fight to the enemy. We don't just want to sit there and wait for them to arrive. We want to be the aggressive ones, and we want to be that are in charge and lead the push. So being aggressive usually is a good idea here in this game. When you're just sitting back, then you have to be reactive to what the enemy team is doing. And when the enemy team decides to do something, you don't have the time to actually react, so there will be a lot of confusion, and when the enemy has a plan, then adapting to it is a bit of a problem. So we are pushing again very aggressively here. And I see that there is a Marauder coming in, and I get a call out that the legs are weak, and always react to that. So listen to the battlefield comms. If anybody is just calling out the legs on an enemy, just go for it. Just trust your teammates. Trust them and their intel on the battlefield. Anyway, the problem is that we are extremely hot here, and I am riding the max of the heat scale. Problem was that I overextended here and I overheated. But the good thing about it is my piece of cover here that shielded me from the enemy fire from the left. We are keeping up the push, we stay aggressive, and the enemy is spread all over the place here. So we first deal with the guys that are below, just because that catapult is extremely out of position. We can just go in very safely here, because there are only a few mechs underneath, and when we bring our whole team underneath now, then we have it very easy to take them down. Also, we are focusing targets, and that is very important as well. If you just take the mechs out of the equation very fast, then they won't shoot back, and you just have a very huge advantage here. Problem is that I am getting shot from every angle now, and I needed to pull back a lot. And after I see the Atlas, I was like, oh yeah, let's help out our Timberwolf, let's go in. I can add some machine guns to the deal here, because I see that the side torsos are open, and I'm just stripping him of his weapons so that he can shoot back properly. The Atlas is a stick, and therefore I'm turning around. I want some other priorities, and I see a King Crab coming in, who is not focusing me. And that is the perfect opportunity to actually shoot him. As soon as he draws in on me, then I'm twisting my torso away. And I was very lucky that he didn't hit my left torso. The linebacker, of course, is a stick, so he has no weapons anymore. But we are staying on him just because he had so much focus fire on him. And we just brought him down really quick so that no one of our teammates would shoot him anymore. The Marauder is dead as well in a second, and we are just escalating from this point so hard. It is 10-2 at this point. So yeah, that was a very quick one where we just overwhelmed the enemy by sheer power. And speaking of power, that Kodiak there was a bit too powerful for my back armor. But yeah, I hope you can see the power of the machine guns when they are added up on some large pulse lasers and the medium laser. You just open up the components and then you shoot your machine guns into them. And then again, you deal a lot of damage here. 955 in this game, got 2 killing blows, 8 assists, 3 kill mods damage dealt. I'm very happy with that. And that is the Rifleman. The Rifleman with the 3 large pulse lasers, 1 medium laser and 4 machine guns. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, don't forget to leave a rating or subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support me doing what I'm doing here, then go down below to the description. There's a link to my Patreon page. There you can support me and get some rewards out of that. And I hope to see you on the battlefield, everybody. Goodbye.